And now for a quick disclaimer. The T-Bone
And Chick Brew.
in the morning show is for infotainment purposes only.
The opinions expressed here do not represent
Naval Station Rhoda, the Armed Forces Network.
or Department of Defense.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. Don't you surprise hit me with red buttons like that.
I do what I want.
I am prepared for anything, because it's Friday. It's T-Bone and Chick Brew in the morning.
You just wanted to watch me hit myself in the head repeatedly.
Yes. Anytime I can get someone to hit themselves in the head repeatedly, I'm all for it. I promise you, the headphones that I bought, I will bring in. I will bring them in, and we will not have to deal with those headphones anymore. They probably got a minor property sticker or something on them. They probably can't be thrown away, without going through a dermo process because they don't. Maybe we could just make them disappear. I mean, we'll do it legit. We'll put when you laugh in the microphone. Well, what we do is we get missing posters. We do the headphones and hey, our headphones are missing. Anybody seen our headphones? If you return them, there's a reward. And, no one's going to return them because we already know they're buried in the backyard. Oh, we could bury them in the backyard. Yes, we could have a ceremony and everything. We'll put them in a little tin and we'll dig a grave and we'll put a flower on top and then we'll call the authorities. Hey, there's a grave outside.
Something happened while we slept.
It's actually based on true events recently.
Well, that's not incriminating at all. All right, so in case you guys haven't noticed, this is the T-Bone and Chick Brew in the morning.
I thought I covered that.
Most importantly...
Don't you one finger me, lady.
Most importantly, this is one of my favorite kinds of T-Bone and Chick Brew in the morning, because you're wearing my shirt!
Oh, yeah. Well,
purple is your color.
A lot of people love a fat man in a purple shirt,
It makes my day.
Well,
you
there
look
you go.
so handsome in it.
Thank you so much. I have a face for radio.
You do. Luckily, I
got a body for radio too. I don't do a lot of video work these days.
I got new glasses yesterday.
Ooh.
And it's when you've had old glasses, you don't realize just how scratched and dinged they are until you put new glasses on. It's like having just whole new eyeballs. So you look especially shiny today.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah. I spent a lot of time in hair and makeup this morning. And don't ever forget the fact that new eyeglasses are just like me putting on regular glasses. My eyeballs are old and scratchy, and then I put on glasses and oh, wow, I can see that these words mean something. So
words are hard.
It's Friday the 13th. We got a lot of things to talk about. We're gonna be talking about this ongoing feud amongst the DJs to who will score the interviews. We're going to be talking about a new life event for you. Oh, yes. I can't wait to talk about that. We're going to get out some community information. And, of course, we're going to always wrap it up as we do with your weekend safety brief, reminding everyone to be safe out there. And we'll get into that as time goes on. But, yeah.
You ready for some Nick Jonas?
Well, I say we do the usual. We tell people you can find us on AFN Rhoda, at the AFN Rhoda Facebook page, which is just go to Facebook and you type in AFN Rhoda and the little emblem pops up. And you click that, you become a friend, and you communicate to us through the AFN Rhoda Facebook page. Your participation is more important now more than ever when we get into this DJs battling for the interview contest that we have just created online. Call us in the studio, 727-1025. Hit us up on the AFN Rhoda Facebook page. But whatever you do not message me on my phone today.
Oh, yeah?
And there you go.
And there we go. Yeah, we're going to have to work on that.
So I don't understand why we can't get that back into the rotation.
I don't know, because it's so good.
Yes. That and weather. I still have weather available.
You have it?
I have it because of all the old shows that we did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Weather.
So
I
could chop that, or we could do a new one,
No, I really like that old one.
Yeah, I did too, but it didn't have me in it.
Well, so it's not all about you, T-Bone.
It is all about me.
I hate to bring it to you. I mean, yeah, it's better with you around, for sure. You add a special
didn't have to say
layer.
Around. You could have just said it's better with me. And everyone will agree with you.
That's true. No one's going to argue with me.
There's nothing that's not better with me. That's just fact. And I read that in a book the the abbreviated almanac of actual facts, 2005 edition. So when I started,
When he says that, he means when I wrote my sad memoir, aka in his diary.
oh geez. So tonight, open mic night at La Plaza.
Outside of La Plaza, so it's going to depend on rain.
You said you were going to get back to the audience with an answer. Have
We're
you
tracking.
Done so?
We're tracking it.
We have.
It's the big event for the.
First of all, I think it needs to be clear. This is not the open mic you think it is.
This is a family one.
Yeah, this is for families under the stars. This is not.
Don't ever say those things in that voice ever again.
This is not a bunch of beatnik poets.
It might be. I don't know. These 15-year-olds are pretty.
Yeah, it's not a couple of guys telling somebody else's jokes at a stand-up contest. Oh, none of that nonsense. None of the clappity claps. So yeah, this is the Wendy Sprules thing, right? This is the big Wendy Sprules thing.
Yes.
She was really pushing this yesterday on my second favorite radio show, Morning Joe with the CO. I'm telling you, the man missed his calling. Being a fighter pilot was not what he should do. He should do radio. He's great at radio. He does great interviews.
He does.
He was so convincing yesterday in asking questions that I knew he knew the answer to. For a moment, I was like, maybe he doesn't know the answer to that question. But I know he does because he has to. It's his job. So
that's your one job, sir.
Whether it's inside or out, I say you just crash La Plaza at about 1600 tonight on Friday the 13th for the open mic contest. And if it's canceled because it's outside and it's bad weather, then you just do a renegade open mic inside. You don't need a microphone to do an open mic.
No, you don't.
You just need a crowd and somebody to stand up in the middle and do something. Boom, open mic just happened.
So your main attraction for the evening will be T-Bone.
No, I actually turned this down. I didn't want anything to do with this. Maybe because it was sold to me in a different way. I mean, when you look at we are raising our voices for prevention, I really had no idea what that meant. It's not very catchy. It doesn't really get my attention. What are we preventing? Fat guys wearing purple? I don't know.
We are a big fan of fat guys wearing purple. Don't you take that away from me.
Raise our voices from prevention from cake? What exactly?
No.
I wasn't sold by the thing. So that's why when they asked me, I said, no, thank you. Very politely with a slight Jewish accent. I don't know what that was about. So, yep. Bruised ribs are still bruised. Again, AFN Road to Facebook, 727-1025. Give us a call in the studio now.
Who are you trying to get to call into the studio?
Huh?
Who are you trying to get to call? You asked if the phone was working, so I'm assuming that they're...
No. I just...
Well, that's over.
Yeah, thank you. You could honestly, I don't believe there's anybody listening who doesn't think for a moment you could have ended that after the first in the kitchen with the stir fry. You could have just right then and there ended it, and everybody like, oh, they played in the kitchen with stir fry today on AFN radio. Let me make that complaint. Because
what is that? That other song that's supposed to be? Do you remember
I don't
that song?
know. I can't. There's just nothing left in these people anymore who try to call themselves performers. Look, you said we were doing 2 minutes and we're going back to a song, and I said we're going to talk about this, and then you got me listening to Kitchen and the Stir Fry, and now I can't get back on track.
But I'm hungry now.
I know a place we can go. They're open 24/7. No, they just act like they're open 24. They're not really open 20. You know what I'm talking about. You know the place I'm talking about. So the end of this month, I don't know why we... Excuse me. That's unusual. I don't know why we always get this information so late. I know it's in the Vamos, isn't it? This visit?
I have no idea.
I don't think it was. So maybe this was a surprise to us. But at the end of this month, the 27th of April, we got some people visiting us. We get those USO tours that roll through here very often. And this time around, we got a country singer. We got a retired basketball player. We got a couple of UFC fighters. We got celebrity chef Robert Irvin coming back.
I love that guy. Irvine.
It's Irvine, yeah. Yeah. Man, he had a great time last time he was here. He was doing PT with the Marines. We did a video product on that and everything. It was...
Oh man, watching him do the PT with the Marines in Bahrain.
Yeah, and he that played for like a year, and then to top it all off, we got Jon Stewart coming. So my background is comedy, and I want that interview. And I don't know who I need to kill or maim or injure to get that interview, but we're looking at doing some type of contest between the DJs to see who's the most worthy of a Jon Stewart interview. Give us your ideas, 727-1025, or hit us up on the AFN Rhoda Facebook page. Just murder all the equipment.
You don't know.
Because this one's not working real well. Yours isn't working real well.
So it's you. You're the...
No, it's not me.
I think you're breaking it because we're working perfectly fine for me earlier.
So many, many years ago, a friend of mine named Danny and me did radio in Sigonella. We had a great show. It was the #1 rated English talk show in Sigonella. He's
one of one EP eval.
Yeah. We can't, we don't know our ratings here, and we're not the only English speakers here, so we have to be careful of that, because my friend Hannah down on the coast of Del Sol there, she's got her own, radio network, and they speak English. Uh-oh. They speak it with a funny accent, but they still speak English. So we don't know if we're the #1, but in our mind, we are. So he is considering a career change. He's going to start writing clickbait ads.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Gets me every time.
And some of them, I do not have permission to share these, but I'm going to share them because Danny didn't copyright them. Gotcha. So some of my favorites are like 21 celebrities who prefer asparagus to broccoli. You won't believe why. That's the headline for one of his clickbait articles.
I'd probably click it. I love asparagus. Maybe there's some good recipes in there.
8 benefits of urinating in the shower. #6 will change your life.
It's always the number, and you get there, and it's like ad.
He was on a roll last night. These were so funny. 5 things you can tell about a person by their potato salad recipe. What ingredient says you're a sadist?
Grapes.
I don't know. I was just having great conversations with Danny last night. Will C., old-time comedian friend of mine with Armed Forces Entertainment, trying to get him and the Veterans of Comedy to come back out here. So I don't think they've done Spain. The Veterans of Comedy have done a lot of Iraq and Afghanistan stuff, but I don't think they've done Spain. So trying to work that out. A lot of things going on out there, and the things I'm trying to make happen. What's going on in your world, Chick Brew?
So yesterday, I started bagging groceries at the commissary.
No, you did not.
I did. It was wonderful. So this is like the first actual work that I've done since I left active duty.
Uh-huh.
The uniform requirement, white polo shirt.
You have to wear a white polo shirt.
Yep, never noticed it until they're like, "Oh, you need a white polo." I was like,
Oh,
you guys all have
finally getting the gritty details of what it's like to be a commissary bagger.
From the trenches.
Hey, I got a question, and this is an honest question. What number did you get? Bagger number
20. Bagger number 20.
So is that like the lowest number? Is that the maximum number of baggers you can have? And as people leave, does your number move up?
I'm not going to give up my number. I'm going to stay bagger 20.
But I mean, is there the potential to eventually be bagger number 1? And who is bagger number 1?
I don't know, because even our head bagger, I think she has bagger number 3 on her badge, which is unfortunate because 3 is my lucky number.
So like 1 and 2, they are like retired.
Maybe so.
Or they're off the books. They don't even come in and bag anymore. They still get a kickback because they're number 1 and number 2. I need to know who this is. Right, well, Shirley, you have to tell me who the number 1 bagger is.
You know what she's going to say? She's going to say, you better play Lean on Me. So we'll get that going.
You do that every day.
I didn't do it last week.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
I believe I heard you do it last week.
I don't
and
think
every
I did.
week before then.
Yeah.
Anyway, so more about you. So how many trips did you make?
Quite a few. I don't know how many. I should have counted, but I got all my steps in. My watch said that I got my 10,000 steps before 2 o'clock, so that was
great.
Good. I got to go outside a little bit, which was nice.
It wasn't raining that much yesterday.
Not that bad yesterday, so that was also nice.
Did you drop anything?
No.
Break anything?
Not that I know of.
Oh, come on. It's your first day. If you're going to make those mistakes, you have to do it then.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, are those eggs? Let me get those for you.
Smash. We got to get back to the music. I wasn't paying any attention. This is why I don't talk.
And as always, another reason why this should be a podcast or a web show or a television show. We are so much more entertaining than the music we are forcing people to listen to. Good morning, Rhoda. It's T-Bone and Chick Brew in the morning. It's Friday the 13th. Ooh, look out for the bad demon omen stuff.
You know what's so funny is my dad, who is a painfully smart man. He's a very rational man, but he's so superstitious. Like I think it started when he was in the Navy because like some of it is just like my whole life I've grown up with it. But Friday the 13th, he's like, when I was in high school, he would say on the way out the door, make sure you're home early tonight. Drive safe. Or one time he said, you can't drive today, but I have to go to school. But he's so superstitious.
Can we get a different voice for your dad?
No, I don't have a good.
Come on, you gotta give us a. First of all, it sounds way too gentle.
My dad is gentle.
Yeah,
my dad looks like a giant, but he's so soft spoken, and he's so.
First of all, a giant that's soft spoken terrifies me.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah, because you have to get within arm's reach to hear them. You know, I'm sorry. What was that? Come closer. Wait, I can't. That's my soft voice. Come closer.
Yeah, no. My dad, the more gentle he spoke, the more trouble you were in, and it was almost as terrifying.
It's a trap.
As those words from your mom. I'm not mad.
I'm just disappointed.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I've heard other people say that to their children,
but I
and
know
I'm like,
your mom, and
yeah.
she's wiry. I would never.
Don't ever take my mom on. Nope.
I didn't know a little package could pack that much of a punch.
Yep, right. Yeah, people see my dad and they think, "Oh, yep, be afraid of that guy."
Be afraid of the giant ogre that barely speaks.
Right, and then there's my mom, and they're like, "Oh, she's
the fairy princess
with her beautiful green eyes," and then you're like, "Ah, I made a huge mistake." Yep.
All right, so we did have an opportunity to talk about your latest adventure. You are now officially
bagger number 20.
Bagger number 20 at the commissary in Rhoda, Spain.
Yep, I'll be there today. Actually, I have my white polo in my backpack.
Oh, because the white polo is. Hey, we're teaching you something here. White polo, mandatory requirement for the baggers at the commissary.
It doesn't have to be a polo. It just has to have a white collar on it.
A white collared
shirt.
White collared shirt.
Right.
Interesting. Because if you go back to the 80s, there are a lot of different color shirts that all had white collars.
Right.
And cuffs.
Right.
But
I have some of those.
Why the collar? That's the strangest thing. I don't care. I'm looking forward to talking to you about this adventure. I want to know who your biggest tipper was yesterday. Who was it?
Well, it wasn't you.
Oh, okay.
Because you didn't come see me, but I probably should have told you.
I don't shop. I'm not allowed to shop. Why? Because I can't do it in time. When I go to the commissary, for whatever reason, everybody wants to talk to me. And I'm a polite person. I want to talk to you. Yeah. Oh, you thought that was funny? Thanks for not putting it on Facebook or anything. We really appreciate you not helping us promote our show. Thank you so much. No, I try to be polite to everybody. Everybody wants to talk to me. I go in for a bag of peanuts, and it takes me 3 hours to get outside the commissary. Plus, I leave with like $100 worth of groceries. Because I'm a man, and if I go to a commissary, I'm going to go up and down every aisle because there may be something else I need to get.
Right. Well, what if there's something new? That's my favorite. What if I'm missing out on something?
I didn't know that they turned eagle into hamburger meat. Got to try that.
That's weird. Okay. That's not something that I would be interested in trying.
So, unfortunately, we use this entire little section here to talk about you and your folks.
I love my parents.
Yeah, and they listen to us on the internet, so we love you too.
They
and they give us a thumbs up every once in a while. But when we come back, we're going to give you your end of the weekend safety brief. So, last chance, call us in the studio, 727-1025, or hit us up on the AFN Road Facebook page if you dare. Time for Kenny Blanket Chip's painful elimination of the day. What? Maximum Extreme Challenge. It may have looked like I wasn't ready, but I am the consummate professional, always ready. As I was multitasking, I was thanking one of our most avid listeners, a parking lot zombie in his own right. I was thanking Mr. Dave for being a wonderful participant in the T-Bone and the Morning Show. Oh, and Chick Brew, T-Bone. I went without you for a while. I'm sorry. I broke my habit. Being a wonderful participant of T-Bone and Chick Brew in the morning show. Yeah, where you been on that all day? Yeah.
I played the beginning of Taps when we talked about killing off the headphones.
No. So here we go. All right. As we tell you, we have the opportunity of being in your brain every Friday morning before you go into a weekend, a long weekend, short weekend, any kind of weekend. And for the most part, we were able to talk you some safe things. You know, if we've ever saved your life because you listen to us, you should probably share that information with our superiors. We could use a raise. We both work for really cheap. So, so what do we say? And we say it every Friday. Look, if you're a human, you do not make a good speed bump.
Nope.
You do not make a good hood ornament. So the ways to avoid that is to stay off the road when the drunks are on the road, number one. That's always important.
Don't be a drunk on the road.
Well, I get to that. You know I'm going to get to that. I'm talking about the hood ornaments and speed bumps right now.
But here's what cracks me up, too, though, is people, I drive. You should be aware that I drive. Avoid being my hood ornament.
Yeah. So wear reflective gear when it's dark outside. Use the sidewalks. Pay attention to your surroundings. You never know. If you're paying attention to that car that's not paying attention, you may be able to get out of the way before that person kills you. And you people out there, you Mr. Green late model, early model, old. You in the old beat up green Mercedes. I saw what you did yesterday, and you, sir, you are a bad person. And I just want to get that out. He knows who he is. He's in a green Mercedes, and it's got Rhoda scars all over it because you're a horrible person, and you deserve you're a bad driver. He knows what he did. Moving on.
Are you going to cry? What's happening so bad right now?
You see somebody do something stupid, and I have the opportunity to point it out. He knows who he is. He's in a green Mercedes, and he did something you weren't supposed to do. But all of you people lately, and I see it a lot more lately, the cell phones.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
You're in the United States of America, it's killing people. And one estimate is 11. The AAA says 11 teenagers a day are dying because of texting and driving. So that's a horrible thing in the States, and it's starting to become a trend here, and it shouldn't be a trend here. There's nothing that important. I don't know why I'm starting to channel.
You're really heated today.
No, I'm starting to channel Lewis Black is what I'm getting ready to do. I'm going to start doing a Lewis Black impression. I don't want to do that. So let me stop with that. Look, if you're on your cell phone while you're driving, I'm going to call you bad names every opportunity I can. Stop doing that. It's not worth it. Nothing you're doing is worth it. There's no reason to be on the idiot box, the portable idiot box that you carry with you while you're driving. When driving is the most dangerous thing you do every day, and it needs your full attention when you do it. Oh, really?
It's all right. Go ahead. You just keep going. You keep doing
I'm finishing up as quickly as possible.
You just keep going.
And finally, I'm gonna promote an app. I don't know. Yeah, I can promote an app, can I?
I mean, you could talk about a few apps.
I don't think it's money worthy, but I've come across one that it treats the local taxis in Puerto and Rota like Uber, and I couldn't find it, and I reached out, and somebody finally gave it to me, and it's called One Taxi. And it's a fantastic app for this area. You never have to remember a cab's number or anything like that. You put your information in one time, and then you're out, and you need a ride home. You click, boom, the cab comes and gets you, takes you right to your house. It's an awesome app, so please look into that. And if you come across a better app than One Taxi, please tell us what that is. But in this area, so far, that thing works great. And the best way to avoid a DUI when you're going out drinking with friends, number one, drink with friends, because drinking alone is stupid. And number two, don't take your car to the establishment.
Yeah.
Take the cab to the establishment. It already sets the tone for the evening that you're going to take a cab getting home. Remember to practice ORM every day in your life. And I'll just say this, as I always say it, be the best person that you can be. And if you were a great person yesterday, be an even better person tomorrow. Have a safe weekend, Rhoda. Have a wonderful, happy Friday the 13th. And I want that Jon Stewart interview. So just keep that in mind.